Hey guys, it's Daisy Collins here from Tsunami Rose Designs. Just want to say hi to everybody, say hi and welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you guys so much for checking me out and for checking out my channel. I'm a little weird, yeah, it's a thing. So I want to thank you guys for joining me on this project share video. I have done a lot of lives since my last project share video, so I have a lot of things to show you guys. I hope you're ready to see some really pretty things. If you are not able to catch me live Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, then you can check out my project share videos at the end of the week, usually posted on Sundays, where you can check out all the stuff that I did during the week. Like I said, if you can't join me live every night, look forward to those videos. And yeah, next week we are going to be making junk journals, so I hope you join me for that. I don't have an exact plan of what I'm going to do, but I know I'm going to make junk journals because I pretty much spent the last month making embellishments. So I have a lot of things to put in these junk journals. I just need the junk journals, right? So join me next week for that. And here is this week's video. Okay, so I have a lot of things to show off this week, so I'm going to go a little bit fast. These are little envelopes that I made with my, We Are Memory, like, what is this thing called? My We Are Memory Keepers mini envelope punch board. Thank you, Crafty Irina, for sending me this. I love it. Okay, so I went a little envelope crazy, and I just started embellishing these envelopes a little bit more than I did last week. I kind of grabbed them and I thought, wouldn't it be nice to outline all the way around here and all the way in here, the little pocket. And so this is how I ended up doing them. I over embellish everything, you guys already know. And the flowers here are from my mystery box sets. You can also get them as my decoupage flower sets, so you can print them out, cut them out yourself. But they already come out, cut out and printed out for you in my mystery boxes, and I'll leave a link down below to that. I do appreciate your guys' support. Again, this little image there is from my mystery box sets. Yeah, so these ones I actually made later on in the week because these collages are newer. But I just wanted to show you these along with all the other envelopes. Isn't that fun? And these are made from 2 book pages that are glued together. To make it a little bit more sturdy, depending on your book page, you might not need to do that, but for this particular book, I did. And these were so much fun to do. I appreciate you guys checking out my live. Again, Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I am here hanging out, making stuff, coming up with stuff at the top of my head. I don't know. Sometimes I have a plan, sometimes I don't on what I'm doing. Sometimes I don't have a plan, and 5 minutes before I go live, I have a plan. It just depends on what I'm in the mood to do. But I am always doing something crafty, like I said, Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. That's going to be my time, so make sure you join me live. Or, of course, you can always check out my videos after they go live. You can watch the next day as you craft along with me. I would appreciate if you would support me. I do have to thank all of my new subscribers. I have, I don't know, probably about 300 new subscribers. So I want to thank everybody for joining me on my crafty little adventure here. I am on a quest to post about 1 video every single day, almost every single day. I post about 6 videos a day. Monday to Friday I go live, and on Saturday or Sunday I usually post a video. Like this project share, where if you can't hang out with me all week, if you can't for some reason watch my 2-hour videos, you know, I'm giving you major production value here. I'm just kidding. But if you can't get to those lives, or you can't watch 2-hour videos, then make sure and check me out on the weekend, where I post a video just showing off everything that I made during the week. Okay, so that was 1 day, 2 days technically, and this was another 2 days that I did these tags. They were inspired by an Instagram user called the Gypsy Magpie, and I will leave a link down below to her channel. She just had this really simple tag. It was just an image that was sort of like one of these vintage seed images, and then she had just little simple strips of lace down at the bottom. So I got these from my scrap bin. And these are a great way to use up all your little scraps of lace on some of these tags. And of course, these seed packet images are on my site. I was gonna say shite. This is actually ephemera set number 23, if I'm not mistaken. But I do have various seed packet images. Also, these are printed at I printed about 4 pages on one 8.5 by 11 sheet. So that's why they are so tiny. But normally, again, this would be one whole half a printer paper sheet. So you guys can see, oops, touch the camera, touch the light. You guys can see how much smaller they are. They are about 1, 2, 3 inches by 1, 2, about 2 inches. So isn't that precious? And I left the back blank so that way you can journal on it. There's still some space. Very, very cute, very easy idea. Thank you again. I asked her if I could use the inspiration of her tags to make my own tags and make a video, and she said yes. So that's the only reason why I, went ahead and did it on camera. Otherwise, I probably would have just did it off camera. But she said yes, so I wanted to give her the credit. Oops, this one's not done. Neither is this one nor that one. I got a bunch of them just sewed the image on. But just really easy project. Didn't take much time. But now I have a bunch of little embellished tags that I can use. And next week, I am going to be starting a new junk journal. A couple new junk journals. I'm not exactly sure what type of junk journals I'm going to make. But I want to make a couple of them because I have so many embellishments to use. So I wanted to make a couple of them before I actually made packets for my handmade ephemera to sell. I have had a lot of people wondering if they could buy some of my tags since I make so many. Like I could not possibly use all these tags up, but they are certainly, I don't know what my cat is up to, but they are certainly a lot of fun to make. Isn't that fun with that lace and then those little flowers, the little flower lace. Love it, you guys. So we're almost done with these tags. Okay. So that was 2 days of going live. Actually, I did these in 2 days also. So that was 2 days of going live, those tags and those envelopes. And next, boo-boo, don't cry. Next that we have to show off is a lot of little tiny embellishments. This is just one stack. I have 4 other stacks. So these are really, really tiny embellishments that I made quite simply, just using about 2 strips of coordinating cardstock paper pad, and very, very awesome. If you guys wanted to know what paper pads I used, actually for all of these embellishments, I used this pack. I don't think it's at Michael's anymore, but it is by Craftsmith and it's called Mint Pink. And I also, oops, sorry. I also used Craftsmith called Tea Party paper pads. And I almost finished them all up. And again, I got them, I don't know, maybe about 2 or 3 years at Michael's. So I haven't seen them anytime lately. So that sucks. But you could just pull out any coordinating paper pad that you have and just start ripping it up into little pieces. Or just use the scraps that you do have laying around. I actually don't have any scraps. So I had to make my own. Look how teeny tiny these are. And I actually printed these ephemera sets number 12 and 13 about 2 pages on one. So they are really, really tiny. And so these make the perfect little embellishment. It's going to be perfect for a lot of things. I don't know exactly what all I'm going to use them for. But I know that they're going to be perfect just to decorate the pages of my journal. And since I have been pretty much working with the same paper pads for the last about month, making different embellishments, then I am going to be so ready to make this next journal. So ready. Look how, this is like the smallest one, I think. It's so tiny. It's, well, I have a small finger, but it's the size of my pinky. Look at that. Look at that. They're just, I just used the smallest pieces of scrap paper I could possibly find. I printed these out really, really small. Again, and this is one of my ephemera sets also, the black and white ephemera set. And these are just so much fun to do. I literally made all these in one day. So these are really, really quick to do, of course, if you already have the coordinating paper sets and you have it all ripped up. It's really easy to get together. And sewing it is not that hard. It's not hard, but it does take a long time. Let me tell you that. I always underestimate how long it takes me to sew everything together. So I'll be putting stuff together for like an hour, and then I'll say, yeah, let me go ahead and sew these. It should take about 20 minutes. And it ends up taking me about an hour, even though everything was so tiny. But it certainly did take its time to sew. Because it's so tiny, I kind of had to hold it a little bit more careful. Look how tiny this is. Okay, this one is almost the size of my pinky. Isn't that freaking adorable? They're just, I'm telling you, the smallest little pieces of paper. Don't throw them away. I'm just kidding. You can use the smallest little pieces of paper to make some really cute embellishments. And again, all of these are simply 2 pieces of coordinating paper pad paper scraps put together, and then I just put a die cut in the middle. It's just so cute. I can't even like stand it. And of course then I went back and I used some of these on those envelopes that you saw me show off a little bit earlier, and I just thought that was a good use for them. I also have little tiny tags that I could probably adhere these to, and again, like I said, I could just adhere these to the corner of a page also. So I just can't wait to do that. I'm gonna make all sorts of little journals next week, so I do hope you join me for that. I'm probably gonna try and make a journal every single day, like sew it together, probably just a simple journal, but like, you know, sew it together and get all the pages, and I think I could do that in maybe 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So we'll see. So this is a really cute collage with this pencil, and then again I used some of my vocabulary word printables on there as well. Some, not all of them, but I did use some because I did print them out in different sizes. Luckily, that's why I like printables, because you can change the size, and that way you can customize it to whatever project you're doing. Like usually this is really big. This is a really big die cut, but because I printed them out small, look how freaking cute they are. I love it, you guys. I'm having so much fun. And I'm being so productive while I do these lives. It's amazing. Because I feel the pressure of everybody like watching me. So, you know, I gotta do something. You guys don't want to just stare at me thinking about things. So it really like lights a fire under my butt. And it really gets me moving. So I really enjoy doing these lives, you guys. And I do want to thank you guys again for coming to check out my lives every day. For those regular people that do, there's Tammy, OKC, and what is her name? Something about my city in OKC, but her name is Tammy. She's cool. And then who always comes? Who always shows up? What is their names? I want to say their names and I can't think of their names. I think of their screen names. I haven't learned a lot of names lately, but screen names I recognize. There's always, it's at the tip of my tongue and I can't remember their names. Oh my gosh. So here we go, just really quickly going through these little tiny embellishments. Some of them have that gold foil that was in that paper pad, that Tea Party paper pad. Most of them I've kind of used up and spent up all of gold foil on other embellishments. So these are all those little embellishments I made, just a little mountain there. And then another day I kind of focused on making mini photo collages. And these are really tiny. They are probably 1, 2 by, okay, so they're 2 inches by about 1.5 inches. Aren't they so cute? And again, these are some of my ephemera sets that are just printed out really tiny. I actually printed these out about 4 pages on one. So that's how I got them to be so small. And I did print them out on photo paper. So that's why they look like real photos, because they are on real photo paper. Aren't they precious? And again, just doing the simple embellishments of about 2 pieces of paper. Sometimes 3, sometimes maybe a little bit more. Maybe I get a little fancy sometimes. But just really simple. You guys can definitely do this on your own. Please do not be scared of putting little pieces of paper together. It's a cute look, you guys. And of course, these are all inspired by the Mushroom Market here on YouTube, as well as Gayle Greenfield on YouTube. She has some awesome videos, and so does the Mushroom Market. Very, very inspiring. And I'll leave a link down below to those two ladies so you guys can check them out if you don't already. And we did have some fabulous guests here on my live this week. We had LilRhondaLee. She showed up. She's awesome. We also had Irene, Crafty Irina. If you guys don't know her, where have you been? And I also had JenofEve showed up. She showed up one day. She just said hi. She's like, oh, I saw that you were live. And I'm like, oh my God, I love you, JenofEves. And then Tifanny Solario also showed up. She designs for Prima. And she has an awesome channel also. And I'll link her down below because she does some really, really great like multimedia things. Again, she designs for Prima. So she's always doing cool things with all these cool supplies. So definitely check her out. And I was just like pretty much starstruck, you know. Oh my God, you guys know about me. Like, I'm so happy. Okay, and then another day, I also inspired by the mushroom market. I kind of just started sewing scrap. I didn't cut any of these hairs off. I just started sewing scrap paper to book pages. So this is a book page right here, and I just folded it in half, as you can see, and then I just sewed on just different little scraps of paper to the side, sometimes the full size of the page, sometimes just parts of it, and on some of them I also included some of my vocabulary words to the edge. Isn't that precious? And then here's the other side. It says beautiful, and these will be perfect to put in my signatures. I made sure that they were the right size. I always make my journals, my journal pages at least 8.5 by 10, sorry, 8 by 10. That's, oh, and I think I made, no, this is not backwards. This goes like this. So yeah, the pages in my journals are always 8 by 10 or smaller. So as long as it's 8 by 10 or smaller, I know it's going to fit in my journal. And that's just how I like to do things, just to keep it easy. Again, here's 3 pieces of scrap just sewed down the middle, and then a little word. You obviously don't have to add the little word, but isn't that precious there? And again, just on the inside, it's blank, so that you can probably also decorate on the inside. But isn't that beautiful? Now, the mushroom market, she sewed, I think she just used like different scrapbook papers and also book papers. But on mine, I just decided to go with purely being about the scrap paper. So that is what I had fun with that day, and these were so much fun. I actually want to keep going, but I don't think I'm going to use all these papers in my signatures. So I might sell them because I have so many more scraps to do. But these were so much fun, you guys. Just really, really simple. And then I started using some of the journal cards that actually came with my paper pad. And I thought they were just really cute because, of course, they coordinate. And isn't that just beautiful, you guys? Just grab a paper pad that you've been hoarding and cut it up, you guys. Just cut it up. I like to use up entire paper pads before I can justify me purchasing other paper pads. I'm just a weirdo like that, you guys. That's just me. That's just me. And of course, I've been kind of buying paper pads this last week, so I have to use them up. So get ready for more junk journals and more embellishments and more things like this, because this is just so much fun. And again, shout out to the Mushroom Market here on YouTube for always making really inspiring videos. This is actually the same 3 scraps of paper, but I kind of like put them in different orders. Isn't that cute, you guys? All these journals that I'm going to make, they're going to coordinate so hard, you guys. It's going to be such hardcore coordination, you don't even know. And these are some receipt papers, actually, that I sewed, again, just the stuff up to the edges, just from edge to edge, because these are so big. I'm like, why not? I also used some lined paper, sewed that up. Isn't that pretty? You could journal on it. And then, oh, these are all blank. So that's what I got to do on that project on this day. This project was a lot of fun. This really, really was. This has actually been a really fun week. Okay, so, and then I decided one day I was going to go live and alter these guest checks. So that is what I did one whole day. And I just did a lot of collaging. Again, first what I did was lay down the background. So I just sewed like 3 pieces of paper, or 3 pieces of scrap, I should say, onto the page. and then I collaged on top with the images that are in my die cut mystery boxes, as well as, like I said, you couldn't get these in printables. I used some of my vocabulary words. I'm like obsessed with my vocabulary words now. You guys, look how pretty this is. Just the flowers and then the background, and it all mixes so well. I just love, love, love doing these so much. So much fun, you guys. Look at that lady. Okay, here's another one. I did about 24 of these. I had a lot of fun that day. My mojo was on, and I was just having so much fun making these with you guys. And they came out really well. I'm really, really proud of how these came out. Isn't that fun? I tried to use a lot of flowers and a lot of different like little die cuts that are not flowers also, trying to mix them up together. Here I used one of my black and white advertisement images that you guys can get at my shop. I printed this one out on craft paper, so that's why it looks like that, but it is just black images that print out. And same thing with these die cuts. If you buy the printable set, you can print these out on different materials. This is printed out on beige cardstock. I also printed out on craft color cardstock. You could also use white cardstock. Whatever cardstock you have, it'll just print a black image on it. So isn't that precious, you guys? I have so much fun making collages. I can't even tell you how much fun this is for me. I have such a blast, and if I just do this, I mean, like I said, I want to sell these, because if I don't, then I'm just gonna literally drown myself with things that I make every week, because I always make more, and I'm running out of space of where to put things. So I definitely need to get selling. So I know I haven't exactly told everybody when that's gonna be. I've been so busy. But, I mean, I'm just building stuff up, and basically what I'm going to do, what my plan is to make kits. So I'm going to have embellishments kits where you're going to get some of these guest checks, some envelopes, some tags, some embellishments. You're going to get a little bit of everything that I made this past month, basically, the past 30 days. I've been just busy making embellishments and just ephemera for my journals, and I have made 0 journals. You know, I just got to focus on what makes me happy and what I have fun with at the moment, because if I become bored, or if it just becomes too much, it feels like work, the creativity just does not flow as much. So very, very cute. I love, love, love these guest checks. Again, a gift from Crafty Irina. Thank you so much, Crafty Irina. Okay, and the last things I have to show you are going to be this set of things that I made live on YouTube. Of course, I made some ephemera for the journals that I'm going to be making. Now, I did this in 2 days. So one day I did like a little bit of everything, and then the other day I kind of just focused on envelopes and pockets. So you guys can check that out. Let me get this so that it focuses when it's close up. So these are actually file folders that I got a long, long time ago from some like vintage close to my heart packs. And I don't have any more. I'm not going to sell these because I only have like 5 of each left. But I will definitely be designing my own. So you guys can check them out. And then I also pretty much killed these envelopes with over embellishments. As you can see, I decorated the little flap, and then I decorated in here, decorated the front. You guys, these things weigh like 5 pounds. So these were already on really, really thick cardstock. I got these from Hobby Lobby. They are part of their Paper Studio collection. So you guys could probably still find them at the store if you guys wanted them. And again, this is another pocket from that vintage close to my heart packet that I got. I say that because I think they're even from the 90s. So I'm going to call that vintage, the 90s. I'm vintage now. So very, very vintage close to my heart here. And I also embellished the back. But isn't that fun, you guys? I'm telling you, I've been having such a blast this past month just making all these embellishments in ephemera. It's probably one of my favorite things to do for junk journals. I gotta say, I can make like 15 junk journals at a time. That does take a couple of days. Maybe I'll do that next week. I don't know. I haven't decided. Maybe I'll do file folders. I don't know. I have not decided what I'm going to do, but I know that next week I'm going to make junk journals. Because I have way too many ephemeras to use up. Here's another one of those vintage close to my heart pockets. And these are actually, I don't know if they're supposed to be file folders, but I kind of sew them up as pockets. Okay, and here's another envelope, over embellished. I'm telling you, this thing weighs like 5 pounds. Sewed all over the place, you guys. You know how I like to over sew everything. It's just fun, you guys. It's just a lot of fun. And again, really simple embellishments. Again, just 1, 2, 3 strips of paper as a background, a die cut, and a word. Just really simple, not hard at all. Isn't that cute with the little embroidery crochet thingy? Ugh, I love these die cuts, you guys. I can't even tell you guys. And of course, I cut these out with my scan and cut, but if you guys don't have that, of course, like I said, you guys can buy the printable set and then cut it out yourselves. Have a blast, you guys. And these are actually, they're like little dividers for, I think, like a Rolodex or something. But I just kind of grabbed them and just sewed on top. And there should be another one. Here's the other one of that. Those little dividers. And these are actually coffee dyed. And again, there you go. All with the same coordinating paper pad set. So I can definitely use these in any of my journals. This is an awesome tag that I did. Really thick because the background there, that's all cardstock. This is cardstock. That's cardstock. It makes this so thick. It's not even funny. Like I said, that's why I think these things weigh 5 pounds. And this is actually a time card that I like to put in the middle of my signatures. So I already know that I'm going to decorate this side. I'm going to decorate this side because that's going to be part of the signature. But first, of course, I decorated a couple of them. And then, so I decorated these, right? I made this one. And then I said, you know what? I don't think I can use these because none of my journals are this tall. This is like really tall. None of my journals are this tall. Plus, I use them like this and I fold them in half. So after I discovered that, I was like, oh, right. So I need to fold these in half and I need to only decorate this side and then this side. So that's when I went back to this style. That's when I said, oh yeah, that's what I do. So isn't that fun? Just, I forgot to over embellish this one, but I think this was the first one that I did, that's why. So here's another of the first envelopes that I did where I didn't over embellish it, but that's okay. And here's some more ultra tags that I made. Again, just really simple 3 stripes of scrap paper, a die cut, and a word. I just have that little formula. It just seems to work. Sometimes I break out of it, but most of the times I just stick with it and it works just fine for me for some really simple and fun embellishments. Again, I want to thank you guys so much for joining me on this project share. Look at all my stuff, you guys. Check out all my stuff. I'm too excited to be using all this stuff on my next junk journals. Please join me next week where it will be junk journal week. I might make 1, I might make 20 junk journals. I don't know, you guys. It's crazy over here. And of course I forgot to film the part with my newest printables. So I'm back to show you guys what I did this week. The newest items in my store. I will leave a link down below to where you guys can find that section in my shop. I made a set of blank library cards, and they're in different color combos. I have a beige with the black, beige with teal, beige with hot pink, beige with red, and beige with dark brown. Just really cute colors, really neutral. And of course you can use these sets on any of your junk journal projects. If they are for sale, I do have an extended license you guys can check out in my shop. Right now my whole store is spend $50 and get it half off. So if you have $50 worth of items in your cart, the price will automatically drop down by 50%. So you will pay $25 for that $50 order. So I do appreciate your guys' support so much with that. You can also use that sale for the mystery boxes, so go ahead and get one of those for yourselves. You know I love to use those mystery boxes. And I also designed a new set of vocabulary words. So you get a whole new set of really pretty words. They're just really positive, and I think you guys will really, really like that set. And here I printed 2 out on 1 page because I really like a variety. I also have a new set of tickets, of rose tickets. You get all sorts of different colored rose images. Here's page number 1. You get a total of 3, 6 times 3, 18. So it's a total of 36 tickets. Look at this. Look how beautiful those tickets are. Aren't those precious with all those beautiful roses? And I also have 2 new sets of bingo cards. Now these are plain bingo cards and they are in different colors. This is the first set right here. Just really, really neutral colors. You can probably include them in any of your projects. Look how cute those are. I really, really like these. I'm going to be using them. And this is the second set right here. As you can see, the colors are slightly different. You get a slightly different variation of color. I'm going to come up with different color schemes so you guys can keep checking these out. And that is it. That is it for the newest printables in my store. Thank you guys so much for your support. I'll see you guys Monday. Peace out.